Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Rampage and welcome to my Mad Max First Impressions. So, just before I get into the video, I do want to mention that I'm running with NVIDIA DSR, which is Dynamic Super Resolution. This game is very well optimized, but I will obviously sort of nitpick at a few things within the game in a second. So essentially what DSR is it allows you to choose a higher resolution than your native resolution. So my native is 1920 by 1080, and I am running the game at 3840 by 2160 at 60 Hz. Now I'm not going to go through all these settings, but I do want to mention as well that a lot of them aren't really highest, or you've got settings that for geometric detail, number of shadowed lights that say max, but then these other ones don't actually go any higher. So this is becoming a real trend lately, where developers see the need to dumb down the PC version. This is what it looks like, dumbing down the PC version to better fit it in comparison to the console version. If the PC version had settings like, I don't know, very high, ultra high, or even max for everything within the game, then the game would look probably a lot more stunning than it does now. Now, as well as that, SSAO is just an on or off switch. It doesn't have any sort of quality setting whatsoever, as well as anti-aliasing. The anti-aliasing solution in the game is FXAA, so if you don't like FXAA and want to enable something different, there is no option to do that within the game. You have to do that externally, which for some people might be an issue. It is for me, because I would like to see how far I could push this by adding, MSAA 2, 4, I think it goes to 8 and then 16 times. I want to see how far I can push the game in terms of anti-aliasing, and to see what my performance would be like. Another thing that I find a little bit annoying as well is when developers add depth of field quality, but they don't allow me to turn it off. That type of thing really annoys me, because basically what depth of field is it blurs the distance. I don't want you to blur the distance, developer. Please do not add this option in your game unless I can turn it off. I don't know, I find that a little bit annoying, to be completely honest. I do have motion blur disabled, because that's a stupid setting as well. Anything else I need to mention? Oh, I'm recording with NVIDIA Shadowplay, so hopefully there won't be as many frame dips as, recording with something like MSI Afterburner or DxTory. But yeah, let's get into it. So the loading times aren't really that bad. I've seen worse, so that's basically the loading time. Now the frame rate, 124 frames per second with 3840 by 2160 on an Asus GTX 980. This is really well optimized, even though the quality of the textures aren't really that great themselves, but I suppose you got to give them some leeway in terms of the game being semi-open world. I say semi-open world because you can't exactly go everywhere, from my knowledge anyway. But yeah, you will notice that the game does drop to about 94. It does drop down a little bit further than that on Windows 7. Now, I do want to make a separate video entirely comparing the performance on Windows 7 and Windows 10, because they are drastically different. I do want to stress that. I'm recording the game on Windows 7 right now, so yeah, keep that in mind. If you have Windows 10, you may get better performance. So I just want to read out or not really read out, but say my PC specs. I have an i5-2500K clocked at 4.4 GHz, 16 gigs of Kingston HyperX memory, an Asus GTX 980, which is not overclocked right now, because for some reason this game does not like it very much on Windows 7. On Windows 10 it actually performed a lot better and didn't crash. On Windows 7 it crashes with the same overclock, so I don't know what's happening there. I also have an Asus GTX 770 as my dedicated physics card, so huzzah. The physics card isn't actually doing much. Like you see the 2% there, which is the second percentage under GPU 2, is basically the second monitor that I have. It's not actually doing anything within game as far as I'm aware, because that megahertz would go all over the place if it was. But yeah, let's talk about gameplay. So essentially the gameplay that I've played in the first hour of the game is basically find scrap, or you know, go over here, tutorial and things. I'm not really a fan of the way the game has looting, because essentially all the loot in the game thus far is scrap. It doesn't tell me what the scrap is, it just says scrap. You've got 2, 4, 9, 24 scrap. Adventure games have started to do this, right? Where they have a means of, I don't know, a means of currency, and that's essentially what scrap is. You use scrap to upgrade your car. Now, actually, I'll go into that menu. So it's the garage, and we go say here. So your scrap basically allows you to upgrade your car. But, sorry, you can't really read a lot of this thing here. I'll have it on the screen somewhere. The exact, you know, thing, what it says. It says, processing through the story missions to unlock it. Now, I don't know whether, you know, I play within the game, you know, I unlock certain armors or whatever, whether it's like a progression thing or whether I have to actually find these armors. Now, if it's finding the armors, I wouldn't have a problem with it because, you know, it's an adventure game, it's a Mad Max open world adventure game, so I would expect to be able to do that. But as far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure that's not the case. It's just, you know, you play, you finish missions and you can unlock more things for your car, which to me doesn't make much sense. And I don't know if you noticed that, but if I crash properly, no, that wasn't a proper crash. Hold on, let's do it again. Oh, there we go. At the top right corner there, you see like a little glass sort of crack. My car doesn't even have any glass on it, mate. So why is there a glass decal that covers the screen? It doesn't. To me, it just makes no sense. I would prefer it to be, you know, an ongoing thing for me to, like, an on-screen sort of way to tell how damaged your car is, because I find it a little bit annoying to constantly look at the bottom right corner. You see that green sort of thing with a car there. That is basically how damaged your car is. And if I stop and click E, this guy will automatically heal my car, but yet he's got nothing but a wrench. Sorry, but I don't really understand how he's healing my car with just a wrench. But okay, something like that is a little bit annoying. So what else is there? So we've got that, we've got climbing, I should probably go through, which I don't really want to go that way. Actually, I should be able to show you with this. How weird how weird the climbing is, because in the game there's only specific sections where you can actually climb on. Obviously, I should be able to climb this if there was some sort of parkour system to it, like, say, I don't know, Shadow of Mordor, you know, like another Warner Brothers games game, you know. But no, I can't actually do that. I can't even get up here. Max is apparently not able to climb on things unless he is specifically told to be able to climb up on there. It just annoys me to the point where it's just like, why is that a thing? Okay, so I've got climbing down, I've got the weird thing that goes over the screen, I've got the scrap heap, I've got the, yeah, okay. So the only thing that I really want to go through now is combat. Combat is really ridiculous and pretty stupid, to be honest.
Stay. Guard the car.
Stay. Guard the car. The Aussie accent in this game is like, I don't know, every time I hear an Aussie accent in a video game, to me it sounds like an Australian trying to be overly Australian, or it's an American trying to be Australian. Now, I don't know who the voice actor is for this, but it just seems a little bit strange to me anyway. Yeah, don't care. War courier alerted. I'm assuming that's that guy. I don't know. Anyway, so the combat, right, is basically spam left mouse, roll out the way, because apparently if you roll at them, it doesn't hurt you still. I actually like that mechanic. I don't know whether it's sorry, if it's a mechanic or whether it's just something that was overlooked, but you can basically exploit it. Okay, so he's trying to aim with his gun. I have no bullets, mate. Why are you bothering to aim? Oh, sometimes it doesn't really work. Like it's not overly responsive, but it is a little bit better than, you know, Shadow Mortar or whatever. But yeah, the combat is still pretty terrible. Yeah, that's essentially combat. So I'm assuming by this that the game bases its combat around car chases and hand-to-hand combat, when I would actually prefer to use guns and knives and stuff like that. Like, I can see that I have a knife option, but I have no idea how to select it. 2, 3, I have no idea what that do. Oh, that's my light. 4. Oh, that's water. Wait, what? I drank water and gained health. That makes no sense whatsoever. Apparently that's what water is for. Not dehydration at all. No. I think I'm just going to end the video here. I'll just probably end up rambling on for a while. I probably already, yeah, 11 minutes. Alright, I'm going to end the video here. Let me know what your thoughts are on Mad Max. If you like the game thus far, if you've played the game, whether you're thinking of buying it. If, you know, the game isn't too bad. It's not terrible, but it isn't the greatest open world game ever either. But yeah, if you like the game, let me know. If you're getting the game, let me know. See you guys later. Peace out.